What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sealy Strategics. It's your boy Stats Aren't Sealy, back with another bang video. Today, if you guys follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you probably see one of my shorts, one of my reels. You already know what this episode is about. The Canik. What the hell is it again? You already know what this is. We're gonna be reviewing the Canik TP9 SFX. Here it is, man. This video is gonna have two portions. It's gonna have the in-studio overview, first impressions review, and then the second part is gonna be on the range. I'm gonna take it out to the range and I'm gonna do my first shot of it, see what I think about it, see how I feel about it. So this video is just gonna be the in-studio review. Part 2 is gonna be the range review. So let's go ahead and roll that beautiful Sealy Strategic intro. First impressions right off the top, right off the rip, right off the bizzle, the box, man. This is the case that it comes in, man. As you can see, this ain't no little case, man. When I first saw this case, I was like, what the heck they got in here? A mini sniper rifle or something? But this is the case right here, man. So right off the top, it's a humongous case, man. Compare to Glocks. Glocks give you the little small cases. Hold on one second. Let me get one of my Glocks cases so you can see the comparison. All right, so you can see here. Here's a regular Glock case, nothing special, same kind of case. But look at this, man. Look at this, man. Let me go ahead and bring this to the edge. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at all this extra space you got, man. And it's thicker too. It's super thick. Look at that. Look how thick this is, man. We line them all side by side so you guys can see the thickness. Look at this, man. Look at how thick this Canik case is, man. So that's the case comparison, man. So when you open up, if you guys got a Glock pistol, you open up the Glock pistol, it's nothing special. It just comes with the pistol and extra mags over here. This, you know what I'm saying, the speed loader, the gun lock, and you know, you got all the paperwork and everything for the Glocks in this little thing right here. And this is it, man. This is the Glock case right here. Nothing special at all. Nothing special at all. Let's go ahead and put this off to the side. All right, so this is gonna be my first impressions review of the Canik, man. So let's go ahead and slide this open. Let me go ahead and turn it towards you guys so you can see how the case opens up. It has a cool little locking mechanism. As you can see right here, you can put two locks right here to lock it up so you can't open it because you have to slide these open to open it up. So that's pretty cool right there. Two locking devices, you can lock it up. So let's go ahead and slide this open. We're gonna go ahead and open up the case, man. So right off the top, man. Right off the top, let's look at this case together. Oh man, I got paperwork flying out of here and everything. Hold on, y'all. Over here struggling with the paperwork, man. All right, so this is how it is when you first open it, man. The case is pretty cool. I'm gonna get some B-roll, get some close-up shots of this so I can show you. I mean, right here on the lid, it has Canik engraved. It says Superior Firearms. It's pretty cool. And then behind that, as you can see, when I open it, I have a little pouch for all your paperwork, your owner's manual, instruction manual. I have the manuals for the Red Dot, the Vortex Viper. It has a pistol manual. You have the warranty card and everything here. Just your basics, man. But what I like about this case is that it has this little cleaning slots already, man. It has a little bore brush, little slot right here. You know, I think that's pretty cool. You know, we don't get that from Glocks. The little cleaning tools. It's all pretty cool. You see you have your extra plates right here for your RMR, for your different type of RMR setups that you have. You have the little plates. You have 3 plates, and one of the plates is on the gun where the Vortex is on there. Here's an extra back plate right here. I mean, so this is a pretty cool setup, man. Right off the rip, man. When you look at the Canik, you have all types of stuff that you don't get with a lot of other pistols, especially Glocks, man. Glocks, man. Y'all slipping, man. So as you can see, it comes with 2 magazines, and this magazine has a little magazine speed loader in there attached to it already. A little speed loader right there. These are some tools that comes with it. Got a little tool pouch with your Allen wrenches and all the screws and stuff that you need for your Red Dot. And for whatever you need for the pistol, all the screws is in there. That's pretty cool. It comes with this thing. What the heck is this thing right here? Oh, it's a trigger safety. Yes, this is definitely a trigger lock. So I mean, that's pretty cool. It's a little trigger lock so you can keep your, your trigger locked up. It comes with the gun itself. All right, let me go ahead and put this down. All right, man, my finger got caught up. So it also comes with a holster. Man, let me tell you, man, I never got a holster with any pistol I ever bought, man. So this is pretty cool. I'm pretty darn impressed with this. I would have been more impressed if it was a holster where you were able to carry a light. You know what I'm saying? Your weapon mounted light on there, because as you can see, if you put a weapon mounted light on this, it's no longer going to fit. So this is just for the gun itself. But I'm still impressed that you can carry this. They give you a holster so you don't have to spend extra money buying a holster, because this type of Canik holster is going to run you anywhere from $80, man. So this is pretty cool. You see, I have little screws right here so you can adjust the tightness, you can adjust the height and everything. I like that it comes with a holster. This one came with the Vortex Viper red dot. That's pretty cool, because the Vortex, I think it says it on the box right here. It says the Vortex Viper optic included. It's $300 retail value, so you're getting the pistol and the red dot for around $5 to $6. I don't want to say prices because YouTube be messing with my monetization whenever I speak about prices. So let's just say, it costs about 600 buckaroos. Like, you know what I'm saying? 600 buckaroos, man. So that's pretty cool. I like it, man. It also came with the sight. So as you can see, once you have the red dot on here, it has the Vortex Viper red dot on here, and it has the plate, the original plate that it comes with the rear sights. Once you put the red dot on there, you no longer have your rear sights. So I'm gonna get into that later on. It comes with the little quality control that they inspected it. It's certified. I also have a I forgot what you call these things when you put in here, just to show that it's not loaded. I can't think about what it is, man, but I know we use this in our rifles a lot when you put it in there, especially when you're going on planes. That's pretty cool that it came with that, because I've never had a pistol that came with one of those. So I think that's pretty cool. It's no big deal, but it's pretty cool. And it also came with a cover, just like my wife's Swamp Fox optics came with the cover. So that's pretty cool. So when you're not using it, you keep your glass protected. All right, so like I said, it come with 2 extra magazines. These are 18 round magazines. That's pretty cool. That's pretty impressive. Also 18 rounds. A lot of times you gotta pay extra for 18 round magazine, and it comes with 2 of them. So that's pretty impressive. Also over here, it's another slot for another Allen key right here, most likely for the red dot. That's pretty cool that it came with that. There's some more slots here. I guess in different models you get different things. I don't know if this is a slot for this or not. I don't know, I guess. But so anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get all this other stuff out of here, because I know you guys don't care about the holster, you guys don't care about the case and none of that. You guys just care about the actual pistol itself. So let's go ahead and start on with the pistol review. All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes about this gun. My first impressions of this gun. Let me go ahead and take off the hood. It looks pretty cool. It looks like futuristic. It looks like it's from the future. You know what I'm saying? It looked like it's something from the future. It looks pretty cool. So far the grip texture is pretty decent. It has like this little rough sandpaper type texture here in the grip, but then it has like this little factory Glock kind of checkerboards thingy on there. So that's kind of weird. I don't know why they didn't put this little sandpaper little texture in the front and in the back also, but whatever. That's no big of a deal. Yeah, man, it looks good. It's a good looking gun. Honestly, you know what? It reminds me a lot of the Walther PDPs and PDQs or PPQs. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the Walther pistols. That shape that it has right here. It reminds me of the Walther pistol, and it reminds me of my old school Taurus pistol that I used to carry that has this little humpback right here. So when I have it in my hand, it has a natural feel when I grab it with one hand. When I press out with it, when I get it and I press out with it, I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit weird to me, because I'm used to the Glock, the flat style Glock like that. I'm not used to the little hump in the back right here. So that's gonna take a little getting used to for me. I can't wait to get on the range and shoot it to see how it actually feels when it shoots. But I'm just so used to the shape of my Glock and how it feels. And just so you guys know, anytime I do a pistol review and I'm gonna be comparing it, I'm gonna be comparing it to my favorite pistol, my favorite carry pistol today, which is my Shadow Systems, which is a Gucci-fied version of a Glock 19. It's a more luxury version of a Glock 19, but it's my Shadow Systems, the MR920. So I'm gonna be comparing. Anytime I compare any type of pistols from going forward, I'm gonna be comparing it to my Shadow Systems MR920. This is gonna be my comparison to it, because to date, for me personally, my Shadow Systems has been the most flattest shooting gun that I've shot so far. So when I compare future guns, it's gonna be compared to this until I get my hands on a Staccato 2011. When I get my hands on a Staccato 2011, from what I'm hearing from everybody, that's gonna set the precedent once I get my hand on the Staccato. Until then, all comparisons going to be made to my Shadow Systems MR920, which is basically a pimped out version of a Glock 19. But anyway, let's get back to the Canik. So this is the Canik TP9 SFX model. It looks pretty good. It has a good look. It's kind of, you know, I'm not a big fan of long barrels, and this have like a more full size, full frame duty service / competition type pistol look to it with the extra long slide. If I were to end up buying one of these, I would definitely buy the subcompact version of this, but this is actually the full size. It looks like a duty competition type setup. This is what it looks like out the box. This is what it comes off to me as. I don't know a lot about Canik. I haven't really done a lot of research on the company, but I do know that it's made in Turkey, and just from previous guns manufactured in Turkey with a lot of issues that they've been having with, with quality and, stuff breaking where you have to replace springs and you have to replace stuff in it. So Turkey doesn't have the best reputation on the most reliable type pistols, but I'm just going to come into this like, neutral. I'm going to try to be as neutral as possible when it comes to this gun, just because I have personal biases with guns made in Turkey, but I'm not going to hold that against it. So far, it looks good. It feels good in my hand. Like I said, it's not a Glock 19. Normally, finger grooves is either a hit or miss for me. I don't like them and I don't hate them. I know for my Glock 23, I have finger grooves and I love how it feels, because it just works with the Glock 23. As you can see with my Shadow Systems, this doesn't have finger groove. The Shadow Systems feel a lot more natural in my hands. Like, I can't explain it. The Shadow System just feel like it's supposed to be in my hand. It's like perfect. It feels perfect in my hand the way how it is. Like I said, I'm going to be comparing all guns to the Shadow Systems. So when I feel it, this little hump in it is kind of throwing me off a little bit. It doesn't feel that bad, but when I put my support hand in position to shoot, it kind of feels weird. It has like a weird feel to me, not on my shooting hand, but on my support hand. It feels out of place, because I guess I got so used to shooting my Glock type pistols that it just feels it feels like my hand doesn't have any place to go. And as you can see in my Shadow Systems, it has a little groove right here. So when I put my support hand, it rests right there. So my support hand has somewhere to be. It has that little gas pedal right there, that little pedal that I can place my hand. And this doesn't. And so when I feel it, my hand, I slide my finger down, because I'm trying to feel something to rest my thumb against, and there's nothing there. So this is gonna take some getting used to on the range. I'm gonna go ahead and give you my overview. All right, so right off the top, I like the look of it. I like the color. I like this two-tone type of gray gunmetal type color, and then the dark black polymer color. It looks like it's from the future. It looks like this came out of a future movie, you know what I'm saying? This gun seems like it came from the future. It seems real futuristic. It looks, like I said, it reminds me a lot of the Walter type pistol. The grip isn't that bad. The slide, I like the cuts in the slide. It has the front slide serrations also, so you can do press checks real easy. You can do your cool guy press checks. Because it's a little narrow from the top, if I try to press check like this, it doesn't work for me, because the gun gets slimmer. It's thicker in the bottom, and then it gets slimmer up top. So when I try to press check, it doesn't really work for me. And when I do my press checks, I like to do my press checks like this. It's just more natural to me to do a press check. Like, for example, as you can see how easy it is for me to do a press check with my Shadow Systems. I'm going to be comparing it to my Shadow System, so it's easy for me to do a press check. So where I do press check, I also do press checks on my Shadow Systems like this. Sorry for interrupting the video. I know you guys are all into it, but I need to take a quick second to give a big shout out and thank you to the channel sponsors, Wicked Arms Customs and Tactical Pontoon Triggers. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for sponsoring the channel. Now let's get back to this content. The majority of the times, if I'm not rushing, I'm not like on a timer or anything, I'll just do a quick press check, and then I just push it back in the battery. So this is one thing although it has the front serrations, the slide cuts, it's not easy to do a press check. I would have to go, like, I can't do a proper press check the way how I do press checks. So that's one thing I don't like about it. It's just the shape that the front serrations, when I do my press checks like this, it doesn't work. But if I do my press checks like this, then it's too easy. It's gonna work because I have the little serrations right there to put my fingers in, and I could get in there and do a press check. So I mean, it's not a negative. It's not a bad thing. I like the slide cuts on the slide. This barrel is imported. There's no ports in the barrel. I think this would have been cooler if the barrel was ported and have the ports lined up with the slide cuts. And I believe if the barrel was ported, this will probably help a lot reducing recoil because it will keep the gun pointed downwards. But I mean, I guess that's something that you could probably try to throw in there. I don't know if Canik have aftermarket barrels where with the slide with the ports in the barrels. I'm not sure if they have those on the market already. Like I said, I don't know too much about Canik. I like the magazine release. Let me grab one of the magazines. I like the oversized magazine release. It's like, it's big and bulky, but it's not in your way, and I like that. I like how easy it is to release the magazine. It throws it out there. It's like, you know, there's some guns when you release the magazine and it just barely slides out, and sometimes it gets stuck. And this one, the Caniks, it kicks the magazine out of there. Even at an angle, as you can see, it still kicks it out there. So that's pretty cool, because when I do my reloads, I'm usually at this angle right here, so that'll work for me. You know what I'm saying? Putting it in there. So I like that it has that oversized mag release. It also has an oversized slide release, which is pretty cool. Slide lock back, and you just go ahead and drop that down like that. So I like that oversized slide release, so you can release the slide. Another thing that I noticed, a big thing about the Caniks, is that it has the striker indicator on there, so you can see the red right there. That means that the trigger is ready to fire and it's in the fire position. Let me go ahead and just clear this out. And when I press the trigger, you notice the little pin drop. That lets you know that the trigger is not in a firing position. So that's pretty cool. Going to drop that. The trigger feels pretty nice. When I just pressed the trigger right now, and the trigger feels like really, really nice. The trigger has the same type of trigger safety like the Glock pistols. So unless you press this little shoe down, the trigger is not going to go back. So it has a trigger safety because there's no other external safety on this pistol. So it has a trigger safety like the Glock, and the trigger feels really, really nice. Wow, I didn't notice it when I first pressed the trigger, but it feels really, really nice. Wall, break. Oh man, that reset is short. Look at this. Let me go ahead so you guys can see. It's at the wall, break. Look at that reset. Oh my God, that reset is. Whoo-hoo. That reset is crisp. Wow. Okay, now I'm excited to shoot this pistol. That trigger feels really, really good. Wow, I was not expecting the trigger to feel that good. Wow. Let me go ahead and do some dry fires. That trigger is smooth. Wow. Man, let me show you guys something. Look at the so this is my Shadow Systems, right? And I love this flat shoe trigger, and I love the way how this trigger feels. But look at this. There's the wall, break, reset. The reset is a little bit more umphy than the Canik, right? Boom. It snaps. Like you can feel when you reset, you feel the trigger like push your finger forward on the reset. The reset is like if you really feel that snap, and so you really feel that reset. But the reset on the Canik is just, man, it's like, it's so smooth, like I can't explain it. It's the short reset. It's one of the shortest resets I've seen in a factory pistol. Look at that. Look at the reset. Look at that. Can you guys see that? I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see that. Look at that. Break. Look at the reset. Man, that's smooth. Wow. I'm super impressed with this trigger. This trigger feels really, really nice. I can't believe how nice this trigger feels. Like, This trigger is so smooth that I would kind of be a little bit nervous to carry this for concealed carry, because that trigger is like, it's like a hair, it's literally like a hair trigger. You feel a wall and then it breaks. It's just like, it's just so smooth. Wow, that's very impressive. I'm super impressed. I'm super impressed with this trigger. Yeah, so anyways, let me go ahead. So the magazine is like, it's a big bulky magazine right here. Has a little extender, and to me that's not bad. As you can see, like I said, this is like a full-size pistol, so you can see I have plenty of space even without the magazine to have on the grip. I just like that extra ump, because my support hand has a place to sit comfortably on that magazine. I mean, it's not really touching the magazine. My support hand is actually touching the frame, but the magazine being there is just like extra reassurance that my hand is good. And I just like how that feels. It feels really good. They have like these little, on this side, they have like a little, the same type of sandpaper, skateboard type material right here for your thumb, but it really doesn't do nothing. Maybe if they had a little cut right there, like how the Shadow Systems have this little cut groove right here, maybe if it had that groove, it would feel better. But my thumb just I feel like when I'm shooting, my thumb is gonna be like moving around. I don't know. I can't wait to go to the range to shoot this so I can actually see how it feels. But the Vortex Viper red dot, man, it comes with it, and the Vortex is pretty cool. I have no beef with Vortex at all. I have no beef with Vortex at all. This I don't know. I think this is off though. I don't think this is zeroed yet, because the red dot is like on the top right corner. So I'm probably gonna have to zero this. Yeah, that red dot is super off, but let me go ahead and turn it off. 2, 3, and it turned off. There we go. All right, so far my first impressions of this is it's really nice. It's really nice. It looks super futuristic. Me personally, I'm not a fan of full frame pistols, so I don't like the extra long slide. It's not my cup of tea. It doesn't look bad, but to me it's just, I just don't like the extra long slides like that, because most likely I will want this for concealed carry, and with this extra long, it has like a whole extra inch on it. It's like every inch count, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like when I carry appendix, so when I carry appendix, I will feel every piece of this muzzle and this barrel digging into my thighs. So that's one thing that I don't like about this model. So I suggest that if you're planning on carrying one of these for concealed carry, try to get the subcompact or the compact versions, because this full-size version, it's not going to be that comfortable. It's super bulky to try to conceal carry. But if you want a duty gun and a competition gun, I think this is going to be a good contender for a duty and competition type gun. The takedown, from what I'm tracking, I've never took down a Canik before, but from what I've heard, they say it's just like taking down a Glock. You want to make sure, go ahead and pull it. You want to go ahead and shoot. You want to pull the trigger. You want to slide it, pull the trigger, push it forward, and it comes off. So I guess, yeah, I guess it's just like a Glock. let me do that again. Go ahead and pull the trigger, pull it back, and it's out. There you go. Do it one more time. Pull the trigger, pull it back. Boom, and it comes off, and it's a little spring. And this is the barrel. This barrel is, I think, this is like a 5-inch barrel. It's like 5.2 inches, man. This is the long boy right here. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a pretty long barrel. 5.2 inches. Go ahead and put this back. So there you have it, man. That's my first impressions review right here. Like I said, I mean, it's pretty cool. It feels pretty good in hands. It doesn't feel too big and bulky. It's not even that heavy, as a matter of fact. Like I said, I'm going to be comparing this to my Shadow Systems. It's a little bit on the taller end. I do have a magwell on this one, on my Shadow Systems, and it's still taller than my Shadow Systems. As you can see, it's way longer on my Shadow Systems. It has like a whole extra inch. It's about as wide as as my Shadow Systems in the frame, but the slide, as you can see, like I said, the slide, it's bulky on the bottom, but then it gets thinner on the top. So that's kind of, I understand and I get it. But for me, working the gun like how I work the gun on the range, this isn't gonna do anything for me, because it's just I can't, there's nowhere to grip it. Maybe if it has like some type of like cuts on the top of the slide, like the way how my shadow systems have on the top right here. Maybe if it had those cuts, I will be able to, you know, rack the slide like that, but I can't. And so that's just kind of throwing me off a little bit, because like I said, I always do my press checks like that. So if I can't do that, then it just throws me off, so I have to do it like this. And you know, it's not a big deal, but yeah, I can't wait to go to the range and shoot this thing, man. What else can I say about this? My pluses and minuses that I see with this gun so far. The plus is that it looks really, really good. The second plus is that the trigger is really, really smooth and crisp. It's just like, it's just so clean. The trigger is super smooth and clean with a real short take up and a real short reset. And it just feels like really, really good. I love the way how the trigger feels. This trigger actually feels better than my Shadow Systems trigger. And I'm not saying that the Shadow System trigger is bad, but this just feels smoother. That's one plus that I see so far for the Canik. It's the trigger. The trigger system is awesome on this gun. So I really can't wait to go and shoot it. It has a light rail, so you can put a light. You would have to put one of those big, humongous, surefire lights on there, because if you put one of the Streamlights TLR7s on here, it's gonna come up to like right here, and it's gonna look weird, because then you're gonna have a light right here, and it's just, I don't know. This is why I just don't like long slides. It just to me, it just throws off the overall look of the gun with the slide being super long. But that's just me. That's just personal preference. I don't know how I feel about it not having the rear sights on there, because once, like I said, the rear sight is on the base plate. So I don't know if that was the best idea. So here's a plate here with the rear sight on there. So I don't know if that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, even though I have a red dot on my pistols, I still want to be able to co-witness. The fact that I can't co-witness if I use a red dot with iron sights, that's kind of a big deal for me. So that is a big negative for me. The fact that if you use a red dot, you don't have your iron sights on, your rear sights on there. So that's a negative for me. That's one of the big negatives that I've seen about this. Another negative that I've seen with this pistol so far, just in studio, is I don't like that the slide. I mean, it looks cool. It kind of has like that Desert Eagle look, like the cut of the slide, like how the slide is like big in the bottom and then it goes up. It gets thinner up top. It reminds me of the Desert Eagles. It looks cool in that faction, because I like the way the Desert Eagles look. It's real big and bulky in the bottom, and then it gets thin up top. So this is kind of what this looks like, and that's what it reminds me of, the Desert Eagle type of look. But for the range, where I'll most likely use this, and in self-defense, I don't like that it's thinner up top and it's bulky in the bottom of the slide. Because now I can't do my checks, and I can't maneuver the gun like I would normally with my other pistols. So that's another negative that I don't like. It looks cool, it looks pretty awesome, but for using it on the range and real world uses in the range and in self-defense, it's just, I don't know how I feel about the slide. I do like that they have a fiber optic front sight. I do like that. The slide on the top looks pretty cool. These little lines up top. It's just literally for design, and I guess to help shave off some of the weight off the slide. But it really has no real function to it, other than it just looks good. It feels a little bit heavy compared to my Shadow Systems. And yes, I know it is going to be heavier because it has a whole inch more worth of slide on there. But it feels a little bit heavy, but it doesn't feel as heavy as it looks. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's a good thing, because it looks like it would be heavier, but it's really not. That's all I really got for this. I just really can't wait to go to the range and try this Vortex Viper. So I hope you guys just stay tuned for part 2. Part 2, we're gonna be going to the range, and we're gonna put, a couple hundred rounds through this thing and see how it holds up, because I've been hearing that supposedly the Caniks have a break-in period of 200 rounds also. The Shadow Systems also had a break-in period of 200 rounds, but I've never had any malfunctions or any issues with the Shadow Systems, only with a certain type of Remington ammo. That's the only malfunction I had, and I believe it was the ammo. It wasn't the actual gun. So I don't use that ammo anymore. So I'm gonna break this gun in, and we're gonna see if this have any quote-unquote feeding issues, ejecting issues, and loading issues. So we're gonna see. So I can't wait to get to the range, and we're gonna go ahead and take this out and have some fun with it this weekend and see how it shoots. So until the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and just cut this off, and I'm gonna roll some B-roll for you guys so you guys can enjoy this pistol. So here we are. Shoot on my left. Let's go. I don't know, man. I can't tell. I really can't.